Hi, July 21st, 2025, and I haven't made many videos for TikTok for quite some time. And that is because I've been very active in other areas of what we call life. And I'm going to share with you a very quick model of how I, as a spiritual energy worker, healer, perceives what we're about here on the planet. So here is a model or a demonstration or a diagram of energy frequencies. Energy continues to move, it has no boundaries, but it does have frequency speed. And depending on the frequency speed, you hear it, receive it in some fashion. It's like different languages, really. The slower frequencies are those that we pick up in here. They're lower down here, not because they're good or bad. They're slower, and we pick them up with our sensing system in our physical body suit. So we call this the physical dimension. Anything that you can hear, touch, taste, smell, feel is what is received of frequencies that are that slow. And for a lot of people, that's all that exists is what is in their physical sensing system. But energy doesn't just begin here at a thought or an action or a feeling of something firm. It begins in frequencies way above. That's why we call ourselves souls. The soul frequency is so fast, the frequencies, that you don't have a language or a way to interpret it. It's like the radio signals are picked up by radio, TV signals are picked up by TV, other signals in your medical evaluations are picked up by different machines who have the capacity to interpret that speed into saying what it means. Very similar to those who work in spirit or energy. They have, for whatever reason, sometimes developed, sometimes a gift, the ability to interpret frequencies that are faster than 1, 2, 3, and they pick them up as mental constructs and they interpret it into thought, or emotional constructs and they interpret it by emotions. And those that above interpret by psychic, clairvoyant, telepathic, etc. In order to change what is very formed or physical, what is very formed or physical, like a health situation or a situation in your life that's very formed. In other words, you taste, touch, feel, sense it. But it didn't begin here. This is like the outcome or the symptom carrier, the fruit of something beyond up here in this area, up in the spiritual, emotional, mental area. So if you want to change something that is bothersome in your life or your health region, the best thing to do is to understand that having tools or processes that impact your higher frequencies, we call spiritual, having other processes that address the slower than that, the 6 and 7, the emotional, having emotional processes to change that, having mental processes to change that, along with whatever you do physically, whether that's diet, exercise, medicine, etc. It's called an integrated protocol. What do you know that changes mental constructs? What do you know that changes the emotional frequencies? What do you know that helps the spiritual dimensions? We all focus on the physical, but that is only one part of this entire frequency, that somewhere in this spiral is out of harmony or diseased or not healthy frequencies that are showing up in your world as non-health. an integrated protocol. It isn't physical or mental or emotional or spiritual. It's physical processes and mental processes and emotional support and spiritual processes. Integrated approach. And that's what we have going on and need to have going on in our country, is what we see in the government. Marching, petitions, voting, standing up, all of that is very important. Physical. I work in spiritual, emotional, mental regions to change those frequencies so they can show up differently in the physical world. We're working together. And that's where I've been focusing most of my time. Next, I will tell you what I'm seeing and what that might mean to our life going forward and your life going forward. Thank you.